Welcome back to online classes. Hi students, how are you? I'm James here. Today I'm going to discuss with Indian Penal Code. Okay? Under section 503 of IPC. Okay. What is that? Criminal intimidation, insult and annoyance. Okay, criminal intimidation, insult and annoyance. Okay, section 503 of IPC explain about whoever threatens another with any injury to his person, reputation or property, or to the person or reputation of anyone in whom that person is interested, with intent to cause alarm to that person or to cause the person to do any act which he is not legally bound to do, or to omit to do any act which that person is legally entitled to do, as the means of avoiding the execution of such threat, commits criminal intimidation. And also, as per the act, explanation is a threat to injure the reputation of any deceased person in whom the person threatened is interested is within this section. Okay, this is an act. Okay, so section 503 explained. This is the act. As per this act, I will give you illustration. Okay, then it is easy to understand. Here A is a person. A, for the purpose of inducing B to desist from prosecuting a civil suit, threatens to burn B's house. Okay, threatens to B, burns house, burning. Okay, burn B's house. Now A is guilty of criminal intimidation. Now it's clear. Okay, as per this section, the offense of criminal intimidation require either a person or another in whom he is specially interested to be threatened. Okay, there must be an intent to cause alarm to the former by a threat to him of injury to himself or to the latter. The intent itself might be complete, though it could not be affected, but the existence of the interest seems essential to the offense, as also and equally to the attempt to commit the offense, since otherwise the attempt would be to do something not constituting the offense. Okay students, as per the section 503 of IPC explain the various ingredients is available. What are the ingredients available? So if any one of the offense without ingredients, it is not an offense. Okay, so I just wanted to give that ingredients also. The threat number one, as per the section, is threatening a person with any injury. Threatening, this is the main ingredients. Threatening a person with any injury, any type of injury. Number two, to his person, reputation or property. Okay, to his person, reputation or property, or to the person or reputation of anyone whom that person is interested. Okay, note down. Number one, threatening a person with any injury. That means under subclass A is to his person, reputation or property. Okay, or to the person or reputation of anyone in whom that person is interested. The main concept is threatening. Okay, number two, to threat must be with the intent. What is that? The threat must be with the intent. That means to cause alarm to that person, alarm to that person, or to cause that person to do any act which he is not legally bound to do as means of avoiding execution of such threat, or to cause that person to omit to do any act which the person is legally entitled to do as means of avoiding execution of such threat. Okay, therefore intention must be a cause alarm to the victim, and which is alarmed or not is really of no consequence, but material has to be brought on record to show that intention was to cause alarm to that person. Okay, this is the main ingredients. Okay students, I just wanted to explain what is the meaning of threats and threatens to another. What is that one? Because the various circumstances and various area will be affected. Okay, so here threatens another with an injury. That means the gist of the offense is effect which the threat is intended to have upon the mind of the person threatened, and it is clear that before it can have any effect upon his mind, it must be either made to him by the person threatening or communicated to him in some way. Okay, the threat referred to in his section must be threat communicated, okay, or uttered with the intention of its being communicated to the person threatened for the purpose of influencing his mind. Okay, the threat must be one which can be put into execution by the person threatening. It is not necessary that the injury should be one to be inflicted by the offender. It is sufficient if he can cause it to be inflicted by another, and the infliction of it could be avoided by some act or omission that the person threatening desires. Okay, punishment by God is not one which a person could cause to be inflicted, or the execution of which he could avoided. Okay students, and also a threat in order to indictable must be made with intent to cause alarm to the complainant. Mere vague allegations by the accused that he is going to take revenge by false complaints cannot amount to criminal intimidation. And second one, injury. The same related topic is injury, because these are all included in the ingredients of crime. So injury, what is that? Where the accused held out a threat of getting a head constable of police dismissed from service. Okay, it was held that this did not amount to such a threat of injury as was punishable under this section. I will give you cases. Threat of vengeance. What is meaning of vengeance? The enmity, opposite person enmity. Okay, here a constable was sent to fetch to a police inspector some persons from whom the latter wished to make enquiries regarding an offence. While the constable was taking two persons with him, the accused camped up and threatened them both, and the constable with the head constable's vengeance, and as a consequence the two persons refused to accompany the constable, who had to go without them. It was held that the accused was guilty of his offence. Okay, and also the first point, threat to injury to reputation. Threat to injury to reputation. What is that? The accused took indecent photographs. The accused took indecent photographs of a girl and threatened her father. Okay, in letters written to him with publication of the photographs unless hush money, give money, that means hush money, Hush, hush money was paid to him. What happened? The Supreme Court gave judgment before this case. The accused was guilty of criminal intimidation and not of attempt to commit extortion. Okay, this is criminal intimidation only, not extortion, where that's all. And another part of the case reference, where the headmaster of a school threatened a lady teacher. Okay, now many remote area schools also happening like this. The headmaster of a school threatened a lady teacher that until she signed certain purpose in blank paper, blank white paper, something like. What happened? He would spoil her modesty. Okay, signed certain purpose in blank, otherwise he would spoil her modesty. This case also brought before the Supreme Court because appeal. Lower court, nothing. Appellate court decided to give judgment. The offence as well as that of extortion were made out. Okay, extortion, threatening, annoyance, these are all included in this matter. So mere expression of any words without any intention to cause alarm would not be sufficient to bring in the application of this section. Now it's clear, because this is section 503, criminal intimidation. Okay students, I'm going to next section of IPC. Okay, and also we'll discuss with next online classes. Okay, bye.